Om. Samasta jana kalyane nidatam karunamayam namami chinmayam devam satgurum brahma. Today we will learn some mantras which are usually chanted by spiritual masters when they are in satsang, either in the beginning or at the end of their talk. Of course, it's very familiar, but let us study its full meaning as well as its significance when we chant these mantras. These mantras everybody know, but it's better to know its significance. So one of the famous Shanti mantra from Ishavasya Upanishad. That is what I am going to tell in the beginning. The mantra goes like this. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us see the weird meaning of this mantra. Purnam. Purna means whole. WHOLE, whole. Purnam adaha. Ada means that. That is whole. Purnam idam. Idam means this. This is whole. That is whole. This is whole. Purnat. From the whole. Purnam udachyade. Udachyade means manifested. Whole is manifested. That means from the whole, the Purnam is manifested. That is Purnam, that is whole, this is whole. From the whole is manifested. Next line, Purnasya. From the whole, Purnamadaya. Adaya means taken away. If whole is taken away, from the whole, if the whole is taken away, Purnam eva avashishyate. Eva, alone. Purnam, that is whole, alone will remain. That means Purnam will remain. If from the whole, if whole is taken away, the whole still remains. So that is the meaning of this mantra. So what is this? That is whole, this is whole. From the whole manifests. From the whole, when the whole is taken away, what remains is again whole. So this reads as though there is some contradiction in terms if we consider the word meaning. So confusing it will be if we consider the word meaning. Unless we know the Vedantic principle in relation to what is infinite and what is finite. That is, this mantra tells us the relation between the Paramatma and Jivatma. Paramatma and Jivatma. So according to Vedanta, the self alone is truth. That is Paramatma or Brahman alone is the truth. The knowers of this truth, that is our rishis and sages, they have declared that this world, what we see, is just a projection from the Brahman, from the super consciousness, a projection. And it is finite and it is non-permanent. It is not permanent. That is why Shankaracharya told that it is a mithya. Mithya means you can't say it is not real because we see so many things. How can we say it is not there? But mithya means it is there, but it is not permanent. It comes, it exists, it goes away. It's not permanent, it is finite. And therefore, to understand this, how you understand the meaning of this? That is, from the whole, if the whole is removed, still the whole remains. To understand this, I will tell a Vedantic parable. It is usually used to convey this message to the disciples or to the students. I might have told it already, but anyway, suppose a person is walking on the road and he sees a snake across the road lying. Especially if it is a dim light, it is more clear that snake is lying across the road. So he stands for some time thinking that it is snake, but he wants to cross it. So he sees everything, the snake, the head and tail and the smooth and shining surface of the snake, everything he sees. So his mind tells that a snake is lying across the road. But since when he was observing, he sees that it is not moving. It is not moving, it is just lying down like that. Because he wants to cross the road, he goes slightly ahead and walks slowly. And then, because it is not moving, he observes what it is, whether it is dead or live snake. Then suddenly he realizes that it is a rope. It is a rope. So what is happening here in his mind? First, there is something that is a rope there, but he superimposes a snake over the rope. He superimposes and he thinks that it is snake. And he sees all the parts of the snakes on the rope. But when he came near and realized that it is a rope, what happened in his mind? Suddenly, that snake went away and the truth is revealed. Okay. So in the beginning, the snake was whole snake was there. But when he realized the truth, the whole snake has gone and the whole rope is remaining. So what is happening here there? From the whole rope, the whole snake is removed. And what remains is the whole rope. Similarly, this world is a superimposition over the reality. But we are not able to see the reality because our mind is very, very finite. So this probably gives you a little understanding about this. Okay, let us see the mathematical way, in a scientific way. How can we explain it? See, Purna. In Sanskrit, Purna is symbolizing the zero, Shunya. Because there is no beginning and end in a circle. In a circle. Every natural forces in this universe moves in a circle. See, we will be born, we will sustain ourselves, then we will go, again we will be born. That is our life. What about the rivers? The river flow to the ocean. From the ocean, with the sunlight, it evaporates, moves, and deposits as snow. Again, it melts and flows as the river and goes to the source. So this cycle is repeated. Even if you take a tree, it comes up, leaves are produced, then it flowers, then fruits come, and it goes, and the leaves also goes to some extent, and then again, the whole thing starts again. The leaves come up, flowers come up, it bears the fruit, and it goes on. And even in the forest, whether anybody is fertilizing our forest trees? No. So from the leaves fall on the soil, decomposes, the nutrients are released, it is taken by the tree, again it comes back, again taken. So you see everything, natural thing is in a circle. So that is what the Vedanta says. All the natural forces are Purna. Purna means it represents a circle. Circle means no end and no beginning. Adibhatyandaheenam. Okay. And this Purnam, if we represent as zero, from zero, if we take a zero, zero minus zero, what is zero actually? Nothing. Zero is nothing, no? Nothing is something. So much of significance for zero in our Vedanta. Because see, you cannot think of nothing. Can you think of nothing? Once you think of nothing, you will end up in something, and that will be there. You can't think of nothing. You can't imagine nothing. You can't see nothing. You can't. So you cannot take anything from nothing. If there is something, you can take. You can't take anything from nothing. Is it not? And then coming back to the mathematical implications, 0 minus 0 is what? 0. 0 minus 0 is also 0. So from Purnam, if Purnam is removed, the Purnam remains. Another simple example I will tell you. Suppose there is a water body, very still water body, or even a big wide mouth vessel. There is water, very still. Suppose you put something in the middle, a small stone or something. What do you find? Round, around, ripples come, one after another. So many ripples come and go, keep on coming. Whether anything happens to the water, nothing happens to the water. So this is what the finite truth. So many things are projected, but nothing happens to the infinite. Infinite truth remains. So many finite things come up. That is what the mantra says. And that gives the relation between the infinite Brahman and the finite Jivatmas. The relation between these two. So we are also Purnam. We are also whole. Only thing we are not realizing it. And that is also Purnam. It is so whatever is there in Samashti is there in Vyashti also. So this mantra reminds us that what we are. That is the importance of this mantra. Chant once again. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Right. Then we will go to another mantra that also you will be hearing in many of the satsangs, and these spiritual masters usually sing before starting the satsang. Before starting the satsang, usually this mantra is chanted. And also before starting a class, both the teacher and the students chant together. And this mantra you are familiar again. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai. When you chant, that Viryam should go up. Mahaprana. Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidyeshavahai. Vahai, some musical component is added there. Okay. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So that is the mantra. So we will see what is the significance of this mantra. Saha Om Sahan Sahan Now Avadu means Sahan Now Avadu. Saha Now Avadu. Avadu means protect. Now means both of us. Okay. So this is a prayer mantra to the Almighty. Sahana Bhavatu means may we both be protected. Okay. Saha Now Punaktu. Punaktu means nourish. This word is derived from the root word bhojanam. Bhojanam means food. Punaktu. Saha Now Punaktu. Both of us be nourished. Saha Now Punaktu. Both of us be nourished. Saha Viryam. Viryam means energy. Energy. Karavavahai. Let us work together. That is, let us generate energy together. Energy of what? Energy of knowledge. Because it is a teacher and the student. Both are chanting. So by this work, what is the work they are studying? And that is getting the knowledge, giving the knowledge. So Sahaviryam Karavavahai. Let us work together and generate the energy of knowledge. So here, the prayer also means let us liberate physically, spiritually, emotionally, intellectually, etc. Now, next line. Tejasvina amatitamastu. Tejasvina athitam. Athitam means that which has been attained. That which has been attained. That is the knowledge which has been attained. Astu, retained. Let it be retained. The knowledge which is attained should be retained. Like it should be bright and brilliant knowledge. Okay. That is, let the knowledge be attained. Let it be bright and brilliant. Teja Svidau Adhidam Astu. Ma. There is a no. Ma, no. Ma viddishavahai. That means here, after getting the knowledge, there should not be any unpleasantness or argument or misunderstanding or hatred between the teacher and the student. It should not be there. Usually what happens when the students get some knowledge, they start thinking of something, I am knowledgeable, something like that. Then some students try to judge the teacher about his ability, about his knowledge, about his, conveying the message. So that should not be there. There should not be any ill will between the students and the teacher. Any misunderstanding should not be there. And the students should be able to tune with the understanding of the master. So this is a prayer to the Almighty. So let both of us be protected, that both the teacher and the students, and we may be nourished, okay, and we should be allowed to work together and generate the energy of knowledge, and whatever we have attained should be able to retain, and there should not be any misunderstanding between the teacher and the students. This is a prayer before starting the class. In many schools, of course, depends, they chant this. And many spiritual masters, before their talk, they chant this. So this gives the confidence for the teacher and the students, because we have already prayed to the Almighty. So this is another important sloka. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamathitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I will cover one more sloka.
Yes,
from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, won't take much time. This sloka is usually recommended by all the Gita teachers as a daily prayer, because they say that it has its own benefits by chanting. It is a great assurance by Krishna to Arjuna, and that means for all of us, to ward off any anxiety for future, and also to develop the hope of recovering from whatever the illness you have. It gives a lot of hope and removes the anxiety for the future. That is why they recommend for daily prayer. But there is a prerequisite for that. Krishna says, Ananyaschindayando mam, Ananyaschindayando mam, ye jana paryupasate, ye jana paryupasate, tesham nityabhiyuktanam, tesham nityabhiyuktanam, yogakshemam vahamyaham, yogakshemam vahamyaham. Ananyaschindayando mam, ye jana paryupasate, tesham nityabhiyuktanam, Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Okay. Ananya, without any other thoughts. Chinta means thinking. Ma, me. Ye means that person. Varshparyupasade, worship. So the man who is worshipping me without any other thoughts in the mind. Tesham, to them. Nityabhiyuktanam, this is the prerequisite. That means who has a controlled and pure mind. He must be steadfast in his endeavor, whatever is his goal. Nityabhiyuktana. For such person, Yogakshemam vahamyaham. It is my duty. I will carry the burden of fulfilling your yoga and kshema. Yoga here means what is not possessed. What is not possessed is yoga. Kshema means preservation of what you have already possessed. Preservation of what you have already possessed. So the person who is worshipping me without any other thoughts in the mind, whose mind is under control and pure, without the enemies like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Vatsarya. That is what the pure mind. For such a person, I am great assurance from Krishna. It is. I am responsible for your yoga and kshema. What more we want? But there is lot to be done from our side. Our mind should be controlled and our mind should be pure. Nityabhiyuktana. Okay. Now, this sloka is not only good for a spiritual sadhaka, but also it gives a lot of encouragement and satisfaction to the persons who are toiling for daily life. So not only for a spiritual seeker, but also for an ordinary person. There is a secret message is here. To attain success in anything, even in spiritual pursuit also, you should have the goal. The goal post must be steady. It should not shake. So that should be steady. Then the route also must be a dharmic route. And you must perspire for that. You should work for that. Similarly, for an ordinary person, he should have a thought constantly and also the purpose. He is sure to succeed. That should be his motto. His purpose should be clear and the goal must be pure and there should not be any wavering. Then he is sure to succeed. If the goal is not wavering and his sankalpa is very firm, then he is sure to succeed. Then God will help you to succeed. So with havasar determination, no, he will not help you. No progress is possible. One day this keep on changing the goal. No, even for a student or even for a worker or anybody, there must be a goal. The best example is our Abdul Kalam, Dr. Abdul Kalam. Say he had the goal, he achieved the goal. He did not do for anything for himself. The goal he achieved. So, of course, everybody knows about his story. So this single point devotion gives you a hope to get the success in life. And God will, He assures that I am responsible for that. Okay. Total effort is needed. That's all. So the three factors are needed here for success. Consistency in thinking and willing. Okay. Then second, pouring out yourself entirely for that purpose. And the self-control. If that is there, the God is assuring you that He will come to your help. Ananya chindayendo ma ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogatshemam vahamyaham. Okay, thank you very much for patiently listening. Thank you.
It's a wonderful session, Auntie. 3 shlokas and the meaning. And though we always chanted Sahana Vavatu and all that, we never knew what is the meaning of it. So always grateful for the opportunity. I will allow the participants to unmute. So anybody wants to say anything, please feel free to say.